Hello, my crafting friends, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canada, and I'm coming to you live this afternoon from my craft studio in Wasaga Beach, Ontario. Welcome! Uh, what do I have today? Let's see. It's Tuesday. I forgot to post that I was going to be going live. So while I chit chat here for a moment or two, hopefully people are being notified that I have gone live. Hopefully you have your notifications on, and hopefully some friends will be joining us. Let me just see if I can find if I can't find me, we have a big problem, but here I am here. Okay, so I have found me. Oh, it's a good start. We are not at the craft space just yet, but Mr. Oscar has already taken up residence there, so that will have to change. Felix is over here on my side chair where I keep my extra bits and my supplies and things. So they are close at hand and will quite possibly wander into things throughout today. So today has been it's been busy day all over. I've just putting the finishing touches on our midwinter escape mega workshop and getting that into the mail. Those boxes. So that is February 28th, and there are 16 projects for that. So it's been quite a bit of work, but all good. Oh, Kelly is here. Hello, Kelly. Kelly will be receiving one of those packages. So um, uh, actually, she'll be picking it up because she's local, and that's fabulous. But anyway, yes, finishing touches on that and finishing off the scrapbook layouts for the scrapbooking club for March. We meet the first Monday of the month, so those packages have to go out as well. So there's been lots going on around here. The best thing that has been going on around here of late is our team get together. We had a team get together on Sunday, this past Sunday, and it was fantastic. It was so much fun. Oh my goodness. We did a shoebox swap, so there was lots of crafting and maybe a little bit of this. Okay, maybe a lot of this. A lot of gabbing, a lot of laughter. We did a potluck lunch, so the food was awesome. There was great things to have for lunch and desserts for turned out to be afternoon snacks because after lunch, most of us didn't have room for dessert right away, but by mid-afternoon we were ready for a couple sweets. So it was a great day. Oh, cats are everywhere just watching what he's doing. And he's just going up onto a table, which is actually very clear. Best benefit, not the best benefit, but one of the benefits of hosting a team get together here. There was 10 of us, which meant I need to clear off a whole bunch of tables for crafting and for food and show and share table and all sorts of things. So there's lots of blank flat tabletops right now, which is good because they're going to get filled up with things for the girls' getaway weekend soon. So, girls' getaway weekend last weekend of March, and it is sold out. Yay! I filled the last spot just before I went live with this. So that is completely sold out. If you are interested in being on a waiting list, or if you are interested in a to-go package of the make and takes and optional classes, please reach out to me because I will certainly put people onto a waiting list. You never know. Sometimes people have to cancel last minute because that's what life does. And I'm also thinking about doing some to-go boxes because there has been some interest in that. So reach out to me. It's a fabulous weekend. It's best to be there in person. Not an option for this one, but I can, if you are on my mailing list, you will know when the next one is, and would love to have you join us. So, okay, shall we do some crafting? So crafting today, here's here's today's interesting thought. I was working on the Midwinter Escape, as I mentioned, and of course, we have to put some surprise and delight items into the boxes. So one of the ones that the other Canadian demonstrator and I had talked about, because the pillow gifts will be different in Canada and the US, just different availability and all the rest of it. So we kind of did our own things. But the Canadian demonstrators got the same things and the American demonstrators got the same things. But anyway, we were, looking at something and we chose what we were going to do. And then it's like, oh, well, we need some packaging. And so without knowing exact sizes of things, I had suggested these little packages. Super cute, easy to make. And so I started to make some, uh, made a few, made, this is some of them. I didn't make a whole lot yet, but I did make some. I got going on them because it's like, oh, I should get these going on these. And I used the um, paper from the square snippets. So look, square, and you snip them apart. Square snippets. This is designer series paper that we have right now. There are squares that are 3 by 3, and then there are squares that are 4 by 4. So some different sizes. And this is one of the papers that we are using for the Midwinter Escape. So I thought, well, that would be perfect. We'll just put that all together. It'll look very coordinated and lovely. And, off I went, crafting away. And and when I went to fill them, I realized that the gift that I was going to put in here did not fit in there. So moving on to plan B. So anyway, but I was making these and I thought, oh, maybe I'll share how to make these on CraftSpot because we all love to give little gifts and treats and things. So I thought that's what I do. Okay, so piece of cardstock, 11 by 3. I'm just going to put this right in here. You can take a screenshot of that or you can write that down. But piece of cardstock, 11 by 3, and it is scored. Actually, it's scored this direction, doesn't really matter, but 1 1/4, 2, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 7 3/4, and 8 1/2. And I'm quite sure you can't see those score lines on camera. Oh, there we go. So you can see that I have all those score lines in there. So I have already scored my cardstock and there's the measurements. I will just leave that there, at least for now, so that you can get a copy of that. Then what we are going to do, and you can use any punch for this. I'm using the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. And I am just coming in. So I am on the end with the 1 1/4. Does that make sense? So there's a large square here. I don't want to punch there, but I do want to punch at this other end. And I'm going to go across 2 of the score lines with this punch. So it's fairly centered on there. And I'm just going to punch that piece out. Okay, so we have a hole. And then all the folds are going to be mountain folds, except this first one. So I'm just going to fold him up. Okay. In with my bone folder there. And then all the others are mountain folds. Okay. I'm just going to go along my cardstock and burnish all these. As you are folding these, you want to be certain that it all stays lined up, that you've got your score lines nice and straight. And because if you don't, you will end up with, like it would be like that. And I'm exaggerating, can like something like that. So you just want to make sure that everything is lining up. Okay, there we go. So those are all of the score lines. Okay. And then I am just going to set that aside for a moment. I'm going to come over here. I have used this same punch, so the Heartfelt Hexagon, and you can put whatever you like on here, obviously. And you don't have to use this shape. You can use a different shape if that suits your needs better. I'm going to come in with my Pool Party ink. This was Pool Party cardstock. I don't know that I mentioned that. It can be any color. You're just going to choose something that coordinates with your designer series paper. So I'm going to come in here and I am going to stamp that right onto there. Okay. So this is not, doesn't take up the whole thing. You could add some other stamps to that if you wanted. Or you could just leave it that way, entirely up to you. You might have a larger sentiment, might have a tiny sentiment. You might put an image stamp on there as well. Whatever you like. You don't even have to put a sentiment on there. You could just put something pretty. Not that this isn't lovely. You make me smile. Like, how fun is that, right? But this is a little bit, this Y is not quite as strong as I would like it. You know what? I'm just going to grab another piece of paper. I don't think this shows. Just trying to think how it goes. You might see what's on the back. So you may not want to stamp on the back of your cardstock if you mess up. And that that one that I did, it's not done for. I will fix it up. Actually, I could fix it up right now with a blender pen. I'll show you how to fix when you're not quite this one looks like it's going to be funny too. Am I missing my, oh no, that one's okay. But if you don't get it quite the way you like it, if you bring in a blender pen, do I have any ink in my lid here? Let's just take a peek. Nope, not really. Okay. So you come in with a blender pen, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of ink on the end of this block. Can you see that I put a little bit of ink there? I pick it up with my blender pen. And then I'm going to just lean down, try to keep my head out of the camera, but I do want to be close enough to see what I'm doing. And go over it. And now my Y is as dark as the rest of my letters. Okay. When you're finished with your blender pen, you just color with it a little bit on a piece of scrap paper. That'll take the ink out. And you can use that on any color you want next time. That's the beauty of blender pens. And that is why I say every toolkit should have one in it. Great for fixing up slightly missed stamping. Okay, we are going to come back to this now. And I have, I've used some more of the square snippets paper. So I've got, oops, oh dear, a little bit of an edge on that piece. Just going to ever so slightly trim that off. There we go. Because I cut these pieces from the large one where they were all attached, sometimes I don't get my cuts exactly where I want them. Okay, so I am going to put this onto the flat piece. Okay, so here it's coming together, it's sort of folding up. This is going to be my front flap. I'm just going to put this onto here. There we go. And then I am going to put, oh, here comes the little boy. Look out, here he comes. Hello, Felix. Oh, yes, there he is. Look, everybody say hello to all the people. Okay, you are right in the middle of everything there, little kitten. Okay, back to crafting. Love them dearly, but so I am putting glue on this one section that we folded with the valley fold. Okay, so I've gone kind of up to the score line there with my glue, and then I am going to come to the 7 and 3/4 score line. Okay, and I'm going to put this just below that. So don't go over this score line because you do want it to still fold, but go just a smidge below. Okay, got a nice press, and you can see it's starting to become a container, right? Okay, then what we are going to do, I'm going to get your dimensionals ready because you have to do a little bit of holding here. So I'm going to set this down so it's square. I'm going to get this so it's square and just kind of take a look at it to make sure it's looking square. Okay. And then I'm going to put my dimensionals just, can you see this if I hold this up? Just underneath that piece. Okay, so it's not on this piece, but it's just below where this would be to make it all square. Hope that makes sense. Okay, and then I'm going to take the backs off here, and I'm going to put my sentiment piece right now. You can put this up or down or whatever. Because of the shape of mine, I'm going pretty much to the bottom of my little container. Okay, I'm just going to put that right on there, and then this just tucks underneath like a matchbook. A matchbook from the olden days, back when we had matchbooks. Not sure they still exist, but anyway. So there you go. There is that. And then of course you just need some bling, right? What should we put on? Let's use some of these. Whew, lots of shiny bits. Maybe some silver bling, shall we? Okay. That one. That one. There we go. I have not blinged the others yet. Okay, so that's that. And then what the heck do you do with this, you ask? Well, lots of things. My children tell me that money will fit into any size. So I guess you'd have to put bills in there. The coins would fall through. You could put, oh, you could put a package of cookies, maybe. Oh, they're just a little tall. You might need a slightly smaller package, but you could put a little chocolate treat in here because this one we can just fold down. Okay. There we go, just like that. I'll grab another one. Oh, maybe I'll just embellish this while I'm at it. We have bronze here. Are those bronze? I think those are bronze. Yes. Okay, so that one's gold. Don't want to be using him. I'll come up here with that. There we go. And then in this one, you can put a little package of chewy candies. There's lots of things that will fit, and I think the punch that I used is probably about as wide as you would want to go because you want a little bit of hello, Judy. Wow, welcome. Oh, chocolate. Chocolate is always a good idea. Yeah, chocolate's never wrong, right? So we did have some chocolate in one of these, and we did have chocolate on our cookies, but they might work if you really folded the packaging over. Let's give it a go. And then we can embellish yet another one of these because perhaps somebody had not gotten that far yet. Do we want gold for this one? What do we want? Could do gold. I do like this bronzy, coppery, whatever it is. looks nice with stuff. So we'll go with him again. And where do we want to go with these? Go somewhere. We'll do them all slightly different. There we go. Go there. Okay. Set that over there. Let's see if we can get the chocolate cookies in. Oh, Kelly says, great tip about the blender pen. I'm glad you like that. That's I use that one a lot and it is very helpful. The thing with a blender pen, so if you miss that moment, you use a blender pen with some ink to fix your sentiments in that. If you have if your stamp isn't quite complete, you can fill it in using ink in a blender pen. And the reason the blender pen is good is because it actually dilutes the ink slightly. If you use the Stampin' Write markers, the ink in those is very intense. So then it would actually be darker than what you had stamped, and you wouldn't really accomplish what you were trying to do, because now it would be, it would be showing the other way around. You would have it too dark instead of too light. So anyway, I've started to punch another one because I was talking a lot, but I don't have any more treats here. But look, if you fold the top and the bottom of the cookie package, it fits. So there's a good tip too. Just fold your packaging and you can squish just about anything in there. So this is the one where I should be putting the money, but I don't happen to have any. I don't have loose hundreds or anything sitting around here, so so I will have to improvise on that. And you could put love notes in here though, or friendship notes, or you can tuck all sorts of things in here as kind of the point I'm trying to make, I guess. So okay, let's add some adhesive to this piece and we'll get him put together. Excuse me. Go. Bit of adhesive there. Okay. And then again, we're going to come up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th of 6 score lines, and I'm gluing that just below that score line so that it will still fold over and close properly. Okay. And again, what you're going to do, you're going to set it up so that the bottom is square, flat. Kind of take a peek at the side, make sure it's square and flat. And then you're going to grab 2 dimensionals and put them right under this flap here. Okay, and I've placed them fairly close together. They just have to be within your sentiment, but I've gone close because then I figure I'm safe. And I'm just going to put this right near the bottom. There we go. And then that will tuck in there like that. Okay, a little more bling again. See what we have. One large silver left here. So we will use that one. And then we have to come over here for some small silver ones. There we go. But you can see, once you've got them scored and things, they're super quick to make and easy and cute. I think, anyway, I think they're cute. Little tip, if you want to make these in bulk, because this is 11 by 3, so this is the full length of your standard piece of cardstock. And then if you want to make a few of these, this would be 6 inches. So cut your cardstock 11 by 6 and then do all your scoring on the long side and then cut it in half at 3. Just because it's a little bit faster just to do one full score line rather than, score this piece and then score that piece. Okay? It's my little tip. My tip for today, for this moment. Okay, well, that was really quick. What else do I have to share? No, not really so much of anything. That was all I planned to make. We were just super speedy with it, and I'm out of treats, so I guess it's time to clean my stamp. There we go. I will do that and share with you a reminder because I'm terrible at remembering to post. But I will share a reminder to join me again on Friday morning at 9:30 for Connie's Craft Along. And if you are on my email list, you will have the dimensions for the pieces that you need to prep for that if you want to craft along with me. That is a card. This was not a card, this was a package today, but usually I do cards for these things, but I just thought I'd change it up because I had been working on these and they were sort of on my mind and I thought I would share them with you. So there you go. Hope you like them. Make some treats for we're past Valentine's Day. Uh make some treats for, getting past the winter, midwinter, something like that. Just make some treats because why not share treats with people we care for? Um, Whatever. Alrighty, thank you so much for hanging out with me this afternoon. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to crafting with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.